I want to bring it home to the Black deaths. I just highlighted the COVID numbers as a real number, whether you thought were concerned about it, to highlight there was all these African Americans that we lost, to highlight how the media pushes this narrative about Black death, and there's always this argument, even within our own community, of whether we care about Black on Black murders or not. And I'm sitting here going, we lose 60,000 to COVID, and we're told to be concerned with this 30% increase, which is a real thing, but this a real thing in the neighborhoods that it's happening in. But we take it on as a collective as if we're having this problem. I understand that there was a rise in murders in Chicago. There's been a slight uptick of murders in Atlanta. When I say slight, if I gave you the numbers, it's not a real uptick compared to previous to the pandemic. It's a small uptick. But in Atlanta, we don't live in a high murder rate city. Let's just keep it a buck. But we will hear something happen. We will hear Nipsey Hussle get killed in LA. And I heard people in Atlanta talking about why we always kill ourselves. Well, it's 1% of the LA population that's involved in gangs. So 99% of the LA population is not. So how is that Black people killing themselves? You understand what I'm saying? So I want to just say, hey, we got this other number that we can just be real dismissive of. The COVID number, we had 75,000, I think, deaths now, but in the first year was 60,000. We don't even think about that number, but we have our community out here arguing over something that 99.99% of the community will never be involved in, which is a murder. So that's the dialogue I'm really trying to have versus focusing on COVID. I'm just showing how we can be dismissive of this high number and we accept the narrative of Black on Black murder when all it really is there are areas that have high crime. It should be no race associated with high crimes area. It should be called what it is. Black people don't have a problem with Black murder as far as having a problem with it, and we are concerned. I've never seen a murder happen that the few that I know of that everybody in the community wasn't concerned and upset that it happened. But if that criminal is apprehended and sentenced fairly and sentenced to jail, there ain't gonna be no protest for somebody that's about to go to jail. Like, people really have this misconstrued idea of what concern is, and the concern shows up in the work of a teacher taking a lesser salary to ensure that students don't become one of those statistics. Go ahead, King.
So the point I was really trying to make is that I wanted to hit the issue head on. Having that debate kind of showed the world that there's concerned Black people that understand the issue of a health crisis before it comes. So our being undereducated on said subject.
You got to help me see how this relates to what I'm talking about tonight. I don't know
you
how
to let me finish. You got to let me finish. You can't. You cut me off twice. You cut me off twice. You cut me off twice.
Yeah, you just seem to go down a path I'm not trying to go down.
Okay, but you can't. Well, I can hold it, and I don't want to argue with you on your show because I know what I was about to say.
Yeah, so is it relating to?
Of course, but you won't let me get it out. You're doing a normal
Montoya
thing. Let me do my thing, Montoya. I know what the dialogue is about. And I'm saying there's undereducation on said subject that allows you to put the importance of the whole fucking issue down here. And you think shooting at each other is a higher factor. It's not. See, you gotta let me get there. Let me bring it home.
Go ahead, bro.
It's always about the education, baby. And see, once you're educated, right, on platforms like the Mental Dialogue, right, the Bobby Banger Show, Pseudo Killers, right, then you can understand the importance of the health risks that we're in right now. Like you said, anytime you hear that word, life expectancy has dropped, that's deep.
Because it hasn't really happened except for
that's deep. Wars, and that's deep.
Yeah, life expectancy goes up. It's been going up for 100 years, except for a few points.
Facts. So a virus, right, is public enemy number one to the world, but it has been marginalized in the Black community based off of the educational level on the subject. Watch this. Based off of charlatans that dove in and smoothed it down like, oh, it ain't nothing. Right. Remember, that's what the charlatans did.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, it ain't all nothing. The pseudos did that. Oh, it's not that. We got crime to deal with in our neighborhood. Yeah, but the crime rate didn't drop the life expectancy. Most Black people aren't gangbangers, and most Black people don't sell drugs, bro. But most Black people will be affected by the virus. So this is public enemy number one, and that was my point.
I respect
That's what I
that.
wanted to say.
Now I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm just